still have a thing for the ending.
You don't have a thing for the ending?
No.
Well, you do know we're live at this moment, yeah?
Sorry, guys, I don't have a thing for the ending.
You'll think of something. What's up, everybody? We are just going live, so we're going to hang out for a moment. Wait for some of you guys to tune in, and then we'll talk about whether Google AdWords, Facebook ads on Instagram and all that jazz, SEO and all that, whether it's worth it and if they really work. We'll at least kind of tell you our experience. I know we'll go into it later, but I think yeah, we've recently got into some other stuff as well, and we'll tell you what we think.
Hey, Jason, yo! And Apollo, stop dicking with my mic.
Apollo keeps banging into the mic stand. He's stepping all over your sales sheet too.
Yeah, no, like it's my little pet project, and he's just literally walking all over it. Is it not good?
Don't let him walk all over you, Shannon.
Well, he is.
No, just
everybody walks all over me. No one listens to me.
Oh yeah. That's not true.
He doesn't come when I call. Ow!
Sit. Lay down.
I think it's the first time you've ever told him to get on the futon.
Yeah, and he didn't get on there, which is odd because generally it's get off. And
we were sleeping in the bed the other night, and I rabbit punched him in the ribs.
Who, me or
no, Apollo, because he snuck up on there while after the baby had decided she wanted to sleep with us, and I wake up and he is smothering her. So I just rabbit punched him in the ribs. I was like, "Get away!"
I think you've gotten a little punch happy with getting Apollo down because you punched me. I was like, "What the hell, dude?"
Oh, I think I actually remember that. I did punch you in my sleep.
You just punched me, and I was like, "What the hell?" I'm like,
I do remember that.
That's
forgot.
me.
I apologize.
I was about to.
Oh, did you just no, not poor dog. That dog was sleeping dead on top of the baby, and the baby does not wake up for anything. So, no, I saved the baby's life.
I was gonna give you one of those WWE chest slaps or punching me in the ribs. I was like, what the hell, dude?
I wake up like every hour or hour and a half now, just like rabbit punch, just trying to get the dog off the bed.
You don't even do. You just punch for no reason, and it's not even him.
No, instead of poor dog, poor Matt. Ow!
He just bit her ankle. He's at that age where, so he's 4 months old now, and we got to teach him not to
bite, jump.
Basically, yeah. He just bites everything and jumps on everybody. It's becoming quite embarrassing.
Yeah, and because we're here like so often.
And then he pees on the floor too.
Oh yeah,
he gets excited.
We're here for so long, so we have to take him with us because otherwise it's just not right to keep a puppy if you're just gonna cage him all day. So we bring him with us, but then
I'm cool with it. I'll cage his little butt.
I'm not cool with it. So we bring him with us, and then a client comes, and I take him out into the back, and I, just try to distract him, and then it rains on me, and I'm just sitting out in the rain while Matt's like, just schmoozing it up with the client.
You didn't have to.
Yeah, kind of did.
Just toss him out in the back where the grass is at and shut the door.
She was driving a Porsche, and she was wearing white jeans. I don't think she wanted him jumping.
I don't think anybody wants him jumping on.
Oh, the men that come in are fine. They're like, oh, they're cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
A lot of females have been too. It's just, we kind of fill the situation out. We'll start taking him out of the office, and they're like, oh, you got a dog. If they don't say anything, like, they're just like, okay, we'll just get him out of here until our little meeting's over. Will you stop that? Will you stop chewing on me? I'm about to bite you. I'm going to bite you back.
Oh, Silver Star.
Oh, my Lord.
Silver Star says the javelin. I keep wanting to say javelin whenever I read this.
The javelin. What are
The
you?
javelin pallets.
Are you Latina?
I am not. I'm Canadian.
Welcome to Yakina Box.
I'm Canadian. I don't know what you're talking about.
Javelin. So.
The javelin pallets are good to go. He's gonna call us tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
And he's. Oh my God! It's negative 38 there.
Dang. I couldn't do it. I get fussy over it being 50 and 60 outside.
I don't know.
Because it messes with me when it comes to the ink just getting cold. Just doesn't want to flow like it does, and takes a lot longer.
The coldest I think the coldest I've ever actually been able to tolerate was negative 13, and I was running around outside a mall, and it's actually painful because the cold just actually bites you through your pants. But anyways, it is 7:06.
Okay, let's I'm gonna switch the camera over, guys. Jeez, Apollo. Hey, what's up, everybody? Matt with Mikey Designs here, and Shannon is across the room. Apollo's here, just attacking me. He will not leave me alone. He's wired up right now. But we're going to talk about a few things and answer some of your screen printing questions. So if you guys have any questions, let us know. We'll do our best to answer them. And Shannon's going to think of something clever to say at the end because she's.
I'm running out of all my clever things.
She is not prepared. She's got to do her research.
No, we've been doing this for a really long time. Okay, so I'm running out of like my fun facts, and I really hope that like the toy just goes flying up in the viewpoint.
That's not true. You're not running out of fun facts.
Well, fun facts that are actually interesting to share with like general public instead of like, me telling you about like weird mass murders or something like that.
You can just do like you do with me then.
Yeah, but now the pressure's on. I'm drawing a blank.
Just repeat it. Did you know? Yeah.
Bye, Silver Star. Talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in, and we'll touch base tomorrow. Man, get down, dude. Down. Golly. Bitey.
Normally he's sleeping right now.
Yeah, but he went outside and probably went to the restroom, and now he's all frisky.
Notes.
You should pick him up off the floor so your work doesn't go to waste.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Anyways, hi B3. And indigenous, I am not. I will figure something out before the end of this.
What did he say?
He says I'm failing as a sidekick. And I'm not a sidekick.
Failing as a sidekick. I mean, it's not like we honestly prep for these shows. However, I mean, there's times when we think about a certain topic and we're like, yeah, let's run with that, and then it just depends on how busy we are, and with it being Mondays that we go on. Who decided it was going to be a Monday? Was that me?
Yes.
I think that the reason why I decided Monday, I didn't want it to be too close to at the time when Cam was doing his live thing. Like, I didn't want to.
And T-shirt chick Sin was doing hers on Tuesday, I believe.
Was it Tuesday? Well, she just gets on randomly, but I think she was doing it for a while, like on a Sunday. I can't remember. I can't recall anymore.
We narrowed it down to Monday was the best day.
Yeah. Well, how's that working out? Mondays tend to be
6:45 comes along. Hey, what are we talking about?
Well, that and just with it being a Monday, like last Monday, it was a little hectic. Phone calls and people walking in. Generally, people don't start getting around to wanting to do anything till the middle of the week. So
they made me look like I was earning my keep.
Yeah, they definitely were keeping us pretty busy Monday.
Yeah, so
That's
hi,
for sure.
hi Optic Zero, and Greg Stevenson wants to know the best place for crawfish in Houston. At
The
his best friend's house.
I would say, yeah, if you got a friend that likes to do boil, that would be the best place, because then you get to hang out with your friends and have some beers and
I don't eat
kind
crawfish,
of
so I don't know.
just BS. I would say BB's Cafe is a pretty good place. There's multiple BB's, but I think it's the original, or I'm not sure how many locations they have, or if it originated in Houston, but I'm thinking that's the first location. It's just across the street from Fitzgerald's. Is Fitzgerald still a thing?
Yeah, we went there a couple months ago.
Yeah, but they keep saying that they're going to close it down because of da
Yeah,
da da
well, so
da. I
did
think Panda said,
like all the furniture stores.
well, it's a little different being a rock
I
and
think
roll
that
live venue, and then some of the
well, they are
trouble
still
that they
a
got
thing.
into.
We've gone to shows there. And Screen Princess calls crawfish ditch termites, which is another reason why I don't want to eat them.
Ditch termites?
Thank you for giving me another tally on the no.
Mud bugs. That's what we call them, is mud bugs.
Oyster bake! Oh my god, oyster bake, oyster bake, oyster bake, Greg! Oh my god, I wanted to go to oyster bake while I was when I went to St. Mary's so bad. They had Smash Mouth playing.
What is that? Is that
oyster bake? It's this big.
It's like the oyster festival.
It's a big festival that St. Mary's hosts every year, and they have like a lot of like live bands. Smash Mouth was playing the year I really wanted to go.
Oh my god, Smash Mouth?
Shut up, I would have like died to see that.
Not Smash Mouth.
Shut up, I would have died to see that. That would be
Oh
amazing.
man, they are on my bucket list of bands to see.
I'm gonna throw something at you.
I couldn't tell you a single Smash Mouth song.
All Star.
I know I've probably
Walking on the Sun.
Okay, yeah, I've heard their music. I'm just not good with the names. If I hear it, then I'm like, okay, yeah. But aside from that,
I'm just saying, okay, oyster bake is a really big thing, and St. Mary's, they're Catholic, so, you know, they have no issue with the alcohol thing. We used to go, after our finals...
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, a lot of schools
you're
don't...
making
A lot
it
of schools
out,
don't pass out drink tickets, okay?
You're making it out the...
Okay, let's put it this way.
Wait, when was that, though? When...
After finals.
No. What I'm saying is the... Stop, Apollo. The alcohol on the premises of the school.
Oh, we used to tailgate after the finals. We used to tailgate after the finals. Everybody would bring booze, and then we'd just like drink in the parking lot after all of our class got out. But they would hand out drink tickets and stuff. And okay, to put it like this way, the pharmacy reception that I went to, it was a dry reception. This one, they had like a free open, for our graduation, they had a free open bar and everything, and they host Oyster Fest every year. And it's just this big festival, and they have big bands come and play, and everyone goes and eats oysters or, you know, just drinks. And if you're a student, you get drink tickets, and it's awesome. Yay, Catholic universities.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. Wish
yeah,
my totally awesome school that I went to did something like that. But they didn't have anything like that. God, it was so just like focused, and you didn't get your little breaks or anything like that. There was no summer.
Greg, are you serious? There's a bar now on campus.
I was gonna ask, like, are they still doing that with how politically correct everybody is? But if they got a bar, man, they're stepping it up. They're going in the right direction.
Are you kidding? The nun was the one that was handing out all the drink tickets.
Yeah, that's because she's got to live it up somehow.
Jason's making fun. In the shape of an L on her forehead. Such deep lyrics. Shut up! They were wonderful. It's part of my youth. I was excited to be able to see them, but I didn't get to see them. So whatever. But I used to go walk through the paths and collect all the pecans in a bag. Because we had a lot of pecan trees. Welcome to Texas. Anyways, let's talk about screen printing.
Yeah, let's I have no idea. Like, I want to go check this out now. I got to go take me a class there so I can be part of all this fun.
It's a blast.
I'll just take something
It's the worst worst
Was it
law
What's the
school.
cheapest class?
No, it was the worst law school in Texas and the most expensive, and I went there for a failed marriage. Woo!
Gee, Shannon. You're not in confession right now, okay?
Anyway, screen printing.
Yeah. So, any of you guys got any questions? Otherwise, we're going to talk a little bit kind of about our experience with the Facebook ads and Google AdWords and all that.
Oh, and we are actually starting to get the ball rolling with the subscription thing. So
Yes.
we're going to keep you updated on that because Matt's actually starting to digitize a couple things, and we're going to figure out how we want to do it. But the ball is actually beginning to roll. So if anybody is interested, just let us know. Give us a heads up or advice or your commentary on what you'd like to see in it.
Yeah, I feel like I have too many just little projects going on. And what I mean by that is I've updated that registration template that I've created. I've made it better than it is now. I mean, or than it was. It still was great the way it is, but it's just small things, but I think it'll be very helpful. And then I've been working on figuring out some inexpensive way, and I'll let the cat out of the bag as far as that project goes, because after going to a 3D printer and figuring out how much it's going to cost for me to make a registration system for screen printing presses, like I was trying to figure out an inexpensive way to do it, and I thought the 3D printing would be a great way, so I designed something in a 3D program. I forget what it's called. So put this design together, worked on it for like 12 hours. I sent it over. I sized it down to the sizes that they could work with. That was one of the problems. They could only print it so big, so I had to kind of scale it down a little bit. And then,
did you see the emails today?
The emails about what?
The 3D.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I did.
Just checking.
Yeah, that's because I was checking out the pricing and all that stuff. But so now I'm trying to figure out a solution to like cut the cost down to make it like some sort of inexpensive system that towards where we can have it 3D printed, kind of be like a print on demand type thing as people order it. And so now I'm figuring out a way to make that less pricey than it was when I got quoted, because it was still it still would have ended up being like a $2,000 system, and I'm like, no, that's too much.
Well,
so
they're not the only people that do it, so
yeah, I know that, but it's just the material and everything.
Well,
because of the size of it.
I don't know why it just occurred to me, but Emily, she does like a lot of cosplay stuff, and so she has a lot of stuff 3D printed. Maybe I can like talk to her.
She would go through a lot of material. I forget what it's called, the plastic or whatever it is, and then it has to be sturdy too. You
can make a gun out of with a 3D printer. I mean, most of the time they end up blowing up in the person's hands, but
yeah, I wouldn't recommend that. That doesn't sound like fun at all.
But they have
you can do a mock-up,
blueprints and everything online, and like there was like this big fight like in the government versus everybody else like trying to get the blueprints taken down, but they managed to stay up there. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, that I've seen what they actually look like. They're goofy as shit. It's really funny.
Yeah, I mean,
and they blow up in people's hands, but you can make an actual gun.
You don't want that.
Anyways,
nobody wants that.
So
so I'm gonna tweak on that some more, see if I can't figure out some way to make it a simplified thing. I just think that it's going to be I don't know, it might end up being more work setting up the way I'm thinking about kind of redoing it to cut the cost on it. I don't know, I'll figure it out. anyways, the point Shannon was making is that yeah, we'll have that t-shirt subscription thing going on. We still got some of the Shop Gnome shirt orders rolling in, and then we'll make that like a monthly thing.
Indigenous wants to know what we get for the subscription, what they get for the subscription.
So it basically would be a t-shirt that we design ourselves. We're gonna try and keep it like at $10
maybe
a month. We're gonna try and do that at $10 a month. We got to figure out an affordable way to ship it. Like, I don't want to make you guys pay more than a couple, $2 or $3 for shipping. And then we'll basically create a design that we'll send out monthly. And there'll be designs that I or Shannon creates. Shannon's got a lot of designs that she's created. And we've kind of kicked around the idea of letting you guys vote on what would be the next month's t-shirt design. So we could put like 3 or 4 designs up and then let you guys vote on it.
But at the same time, I'm kind of leery.
Why? Posting up designs?
Yeah.
I mean, they might just love all of them.
Well, yeah, there's that. And, it's always, kind of vulnerable putting your own stuff up there instead of like being like, hey, this is what you get.
That's part of the business.
And like people have stolen your stuff.
You're not.
I'm not saying anybody
I
here
think,
would steal it, but if you people have stolen your stuff. You've seen people like with your design.
Oh yeah, I can go over to eBay right now and find someone over in the UK that's printing my design. I'm like, hey, take it down, dude. I need to get a hold of eBay and have them like do something about it.
So I don't know.
But
like maybe
that, I wouldn't worry about all that.
But yeah,
I think that's part of the thing about you having not really experienced like getting feedback from people. Like to me, it's like a daily thing. Oh, that kind of sucks. No.
Shut up.
No, not you.
I hate you.
I hate you too.
Love you. Anyways,
Anyhow,
so I don't know. Like, we'll figure something out, and I kind of want to like add like a little flair to it, anyways, to include like I don't know. There's like this.
What do you mean flair?
Well, okay, so
like buttons.
Can I talk?
How many pieces of flair are we talking about here?
So, anyways, so what I got my mom for Christmas. What I got my.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm done. Fuck it, I'm done.
You got your mom Art Snacks.
Yeah, I got my mom Art Snacks for Christmas. It's this once a month art subscription thing where they just deliver like art supplies, and they throw in like a piece of candy.
Well, there you go. What's your favorite candy, everybody? Let us know in the chat. You get a piece of candy. Is that where we're rolling with it? You get like 3 Skittles. They open their shirt up and Skittles just fly out. Just.
I was thinking.
What the hell?
I was thinking more like like something like kind of retro, like the hard, like a roll of like hard lifesavers.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
We still got some thinking
flair,
to do about it. When we do launch it, I'm not like expecting it to be this huge thing, but I just think it'd be something fun for our subscribers and those that tune in regularly that are interested. Because
it's just gonna be good fun, guys.
Yeah.
It's not for profit or anything like that. It's just us having fun and like connecting with you in ways other than just looking at a microphone.
Craig, you're right. At least 16 pieces. We need 16 pieces of flair to toss in with the t-shirt. See, that would just raise the price of the shirt, because then we got to have flair to go in there.
Hey, who wants Shop Gnome buttons?
Shop Gnome buttons. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so it might not be $10. Depends on how much flair we start tossing in there. Jeez. Like I know with the Shop Gnome shirts, we just kind of soaked up the shipping on all of them, and we didn't make anything off of them. And we said that our plans weren't to make anything off of it, but also because we have to make a living, and and we do have jobs to print and all that. That's one of the projects that we do squeeze in. And I was like, okay, enjoy doing this, and it's cool, and kind of getting everybody's reaction to getting these shirts. But at the same time, it's like, man, if it's kind of like the same reason I decided to start charging $5 for that template, because it just got a lot of questions, and it's just time's money, and everybody's got to make a living. We're not raking in the dough over here. We're making a living. Don't get me wrong.
Starving artists.
Yeah, that's our go-to phrase for just talking about what we do for a living. Oh yeah, we're starving artists. Starving.
And, actually, though, I think I want to start making a list of like the regulars that come in and order this stuff, because that way I'm not going, shit, what size is Waldo? But anyways, Indigenous is gonna send you his logo and his name of the clothing brand and ask for input. He's gotten good responses so far.
Yeah. And
he also wants bubblegum. Screen Princess wants to see us wrestle on camera.
Hey, if you can get Shannon on camera, I'll wrestle her any day.
He'll beat me in no time flat, and he'll probably hurt me. So no.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Not on purpose.
I don't know. It depends on.
You step on my hair a lot.
It depends on the day. I step on your hair a lot. What does that mean?
It means like, you try to get up like out of the bed and I try to move, and all of a sudden just yoink. It's like a dog on a leash type thing, except it's attached in my head.
Yeah, it's because there's generally a dog sandwiching. Like, I'm in the middle, he sneaks up, he's beside me, and so I just need to push both of y'all off to the side, because I don't.
I sleep on the edge. You come over towards me, and then the dog has half of the bed.
It doesn't matter what size the bed is, king size, queen. Yeah, I mean, that is the case. However,
there are a couple times I like elbow him, get off of me.
So,
Screen Princess is saying she's gonna give the whip. She'll let me borrow the whip. And that
we're getting all S&M up in here. What's going on?
Hi, Rybeats.
Hey, what's up, Rybeats?
Hey, Cindy.
Okay, so I think we should dive in. Don't lasso me, bro. Scream. Okay, so we're gonna talk about the some of our experiences with using Facebook ads, Google AdWords. I haven't really messed around a whole lot with Instagram, but I do hear people are getting better results with Instagram. Well, and then one of the recent things that we've done is we've hired web.com, because they called us up and we had some money stashed away. And so we decided to give some things a try that we haven't tried before. And one of those things is web.com. And so they initially came to us saying that they were going to redesign
everything.
Like put together a website and do the search engine optimization and all that. And they were trying to charge us like $500 for the website design, and then like $150 a month for the SEO service. And that mind you, this is someone that's like very salesy, trying to sell you on all this stuff. And we're like, okay, they're going to make us a whole new website, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, okay, we can give it a try. It's going to be like $500 a month. And they're like, we'll do your Google, we'll take care of your Google business listings and all that. And so we had everything already set up, business listings, a website, did SEO to it. And they went to transfer us. They charged us at $500, and then they transferred us over to the guy that's supposed to be designing the website. And he's like, so I can go to your website and grab images and use that for the new website. I was like, yeah. So he went over there and he said, I don't know why we're doing a new website
I
when
can
what you
fix
have
nothing.
looks great. And it looks like you did quite a bit of search engine optimization. I'm like, yeah, I mean, if you search in, at least that's how it was, you search in our part of town, we're at the top, our business listing shows up and all that. So we're like, we're just going to do some search engine optimization. We're going to do some things to your Google business listing, to your Yelp and all that. That was one of the things too. I wanted to try Yelp, but I'm not going to fuss with that right now because we're still trying the web.com thing.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna cancel it because I'm the
Yeah.
go-to
So
for that.
we're thinking about canceling it. Last
We've
phone
seen Bupkis.
conversation that we did have, they're trying to sell us on a couple campaigns for AdWords, which I'll get into running that ourselves. So website was all set. I recently redid that early last year, probably about a year ago. Took me about 3 months. I always do search engine optimization. Our website is WordPress based, and we use Yoast SEO. It's a little buggy at times, but it works fairly well. And so I feel like since they've kind of taken over, I'm kind of keeping track of where we're at. If we just type in screen printing or t-shirts near me, printed t-shirts or custom t-shirts near me. And I've watch him. He's so I feel like our ranking's starting to go down.
No, that's my catalog.
I feel like our ranking's starting to go down.
Yeah, I do too.
We haven't been getting more phone calls like they're promising. We get the same amount, if anything, and it might just be because of the slow season. But I don't feel like it's done anything. And they said, "Well, give it 3 months." It's been 3 months already. We started in November.
Yeah, and
November, December, and January.
And we were kind of counting on it, to help us out now because
in
it's
the
the
slow
slow
season.
season. Yeah, and they were like, "Yeah, no, it'll definitely help you pick it up during
Oh,
the
of course
time that
it will.
And,
yeah.
And I'm the go-to for them, and
That's
they call me.
$750.
They call me, and then they just sit there and like, okay, do you want to walk through this? I'm like, yeah. And we walk through the admin page and stuff. I'm on the phone with them, and all of a sudden, before I realize it, they're just trying to sell me shit, and they're not explaining why nothing is actually generating anything. And I actually will straight out ask them, okay, we haven't seen any results. Well, it's blah, 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 and they just run around it, and I'm like going, no, you guys promised this, and I think I'm just gonna cancel it. I mean, I'm a sucker for a good salesman, just because when people are nice to me, I just want to be nice back, and I'm just like, I like them.
Yeah, see,
but
that's
at the
part
same
of the
time,
issue.
it's just like, no, this is a freaking business, and just because Debbie from Vancouver,
From Dallas?
or Ben from Vancouver, whoever the freaking was that said,
yeah.
who talked with an accent and said, I don't know, what do you think about this?
That's
just
because
because I
he
can
researched
connect
you,
with
Shannon.
him. Yeah, probably.
He knew what you were a sucker for. It's someone from Canada saying a boot.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm just gonna because every time we talk to them, it ends up turning into a sales pitch.
Indigenous is asking, how do we like WordPress? How flexible is it when creating your website?
Did you just take my job?
Yeah, because you're doing your thing. And
yeah, I was going off on a rant.
Indigenous, it's great. I mean, there's a lot of templates that you can buy. So the templates that they give you are pretty basic, but you can buy templates to make your website look a certain way. And there's a lot of programs like plugins. There's a lot of plugins that you can use that's very helpful, and there's a lot of tutorials out there on how to design your page. The only drawback is, as you're designing it, you can't really see what it is you're putting together. I mean, you can see all the words and everything and the pictures you put up, but until you go to the page you're working on, like do a preview, then you see what's going on. But it's great. And it's great.
Also, keep in mind though, if you go to Matt's or our website, just something you have to remember is I watched Matt work on this for months.
In the yeah, it takes some time. Don't get me wrong, but also the thing about it is, I know there's faster ways to go about doing it. Like you can test everything out on your desktop, and but a lot of those methods are, it works better on a PC type of situation. I kind of like to just get it together, launch the site, and then tweak it as we go. Um, I mean, there's still things I want to do to the website. Just kind of sales funnel type stuff, creating more of a sales funnel.
We're probably going to be adding another page to it after I finish this freaking project.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of pages I can think of putting up, like just stuff that will be helpful for people that have no clue whatsoever as to the screen printing process. For instance, I mean, a lot of people just think that t-shirt, you just print a t-shirt out, it comes out of your printer, like sitting next to your desk, and it's not the case. So thinking about creating a video, it more than likely probably will be unlisted, so that way people that do visit the page, it's just something for our website that kind of explains the process. Or I don't know, I might make that one public. Kind of want to keep track of the amount of views that are essentially people that are coming to our website are viewing this, and seeing how many people are viewing it. And there's just other things that I kind of want to separate some of the things, like have a separate page that are ink colors, like house ink colors that they can choose from. The list that you're working on, kind of our recommendations. And then what else? Print location sizes and all that. I mean, I have that stuff up there as kind of like a fact type deal under the screen printing process page, but it's down towards the bottom. I would like it to be on the menu though.
Speaking of this project, guys, that I'm working on, Matt suggested it 2 weeks ago, just good, better, and best. It has blown up into a monster. It is.
Overthinking it, babe.
No, I'm not. It's for the people that, don't, like what you're saying. It's the people that don't know what they're looking for or anything like that. So we've got an entire page. Here, show them. This is like all the categories I've like divided it into now that I have to like find examples of. Don't.
I'm just messing with you. Sorry, I forget you're sensitive. Actually, I don't forget. I know, and then I end up messing with you. Maybe, see, what I was saying a little earlier, Shannon, is that maybe this just needs to be simplified. Like just kind of the stuff that we do.
So you don't.
The most
so
often.
what if they know that they want a tri-blend instead of 100% cotton, but they want it in the better and they want it in a ladies cut?
I think we need to look into. I want to see if S&S has one of those applications towards where it's a has your information, and then it's got whatever price point you want to sell the shirts at. Kind of like with Sanmar. Sanmar's thing is good, but they don't have all the options that we like.
So many less options. It'd be cool to see if we could. It'd be cool to see if we could link that. That'd be cool and make everything I've done superfluous. But
so
cool.
what no, that it's not going to, because this is going to be our recommendations as to, because they can just go on there and not really have any idea as to, just be clueless. Like, what shirt do you recommend? Because there are a lot of people, like, they just say, I want some t-shirts. Okay, well, what kind of style t-shirt do you want? I don't know, just something. And then they'll say just something cheap or something like that. And then we're like, okay, well, here's what we consider affordable. Here's, this is budget friendly, or however you want to phrase it. So it's not, what you're doing isn't a waste of time. It's very much something valuable that we can use. We'll put it on our website, and then they'll have these options to kind of take a look at. And we can even put a link towards where they can click on it and take a look at, or even just put a picture in a description.
It's turning into a beast, though.
Yeah, well, it's a project. It is a project. So maybe like for starters, what we could do is do, since
Well,
t-shirts is what
I've
we
got the
sell.
unisex and I've got the ladies cotton
Yeah,
done.
we
I've
can
got that
do it a
done.
little at a time, like the unisex. Put something up on the website that's the unisex stuff, and then move on. Just kind of expand from there. So that way, it's not this huge,
Aw.
overwhelming thing.
Web.com called Rabies and told him his website was ugly.
What? That's not nice. Okay, so moving on from web.com and our WordPress stuff. The next thing I want to address is Facebook ads, and just kind of tell you my experience. Shannon really hasn't had a whole lot of experience with Facebook, and the reason is I stopped using Facebook ads for a reason. Sure, it did bring us some clients in the past. One of the things I did find, and it might just be the sales funnel, how everything was being pitched and all that. And that's some of the things you have to keep in mind when you are creating these Facebook ads. You know, your copy, what the image looks like. You have to analyze everything and really kind of figure out what's working. You have to experiment and try different things, see what's working, what's not. And I've tried a bunch of different ads. I found that a lot of it would attract a lot of other screen printers because of the YouTube channel. And then the other thing is, it would, like, return on investment. I would spend a few $100s and would probably land a sale or two. And depending on the person that's buying, you're either going to get a good return on it. Like, there was one client that it was an absolutely just great return because he put in a large order. That order actually helped me buy the little Ranar scamp dryer that I had bought at the time. But when I really broke things down, it seemed like I was just kind of tossing money away when it came to Facebook. And I could have kept going and trying different formulas, but eventually I just had enough work. Like, I was kicking those ads out initially when I started my business up. But so Facebook sure can work. I know there's people that use those ads that make great money, but when it comes to being a service provider screen printing wise, I think it's a little harder to kind of crack that code. It's just a matter of cracking the code. But if you're selling a t-shirt, if you're an apparel line, I've done that as well. I have my own line that's a Houston, Texas theme apparel. Gave that a shot for a little while. Even had a Shopify store. And I went back and looked at the numbers, and we were selling t-shirts. But we were spending more on advertising and Shopify and all that than it was really. And it could have just been designs, you know. Could have just kept pushing the popular designs and nixing some of the others. One of the reasons I didn't dive into it too much further is just we got busy doing the service end of stuff, and when you're trying to do both, it can be hard to juggle the both of them. And what was making money is the service end, screen printing shirts for other people. So, Jesus,
well,
Paulo.
Indigenous is actually saying that
He's biting the crap out of me.
Oh, don't hit my dog. Don't hit my dog.
Anyhow, go ahead.
Indigenous was saying that the Facebook ads don't work for him, but in his native communities, word of mouth from tribe to tribe is gold, and so he uses smoke signals. And,
that's awesome.
And actually, that's actually one of the things. Like, when I first started getting into this business with Matt, I started researching into it because I was in marketing for a while, but I wasn't in. I was more in like direct marketing, so it was still a new field for me. And one of the things that I did learn, I've said this before on other lives was that, you know, word of mouth is the best way you're going to get anything. Small business owners get 65% about of their business from word of mouth by itself. And that's why you basically just need to always, always, always be chunking like a handful of business cards at people and asking them, because there's nothing better than just, you know, being like, can you please refer us if anybody ever needs anything, can you please talk about us, that kind of thing. Because the worst they can say is no, or the worst they can do is, you know, just not. But sometimes people really, really are happy with like what you're doing, and they want to brag about it. They're like, oh, and they want to help, like, you know, somebody else that they know that is in need of the service. And they're like, you know, it's kind of like when a girl goes to get her hair cut, and she's like, "Oh my God, no! You gotta see my
You
stylist."
dated Johnny? Oh my God, he's
No,
a complete. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead with the word of mouth.
It's kind of like when a girl goes to a stylist, you know, and she's happy with her haircut. She's gonna tell like all her friends about it, and when they say they need a haircut, she's gonna be like, "Oh my God, you got to go to my girl over here at blah 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 blah." It's like people like giving word of mouth, and so that's really what a lot of like what mom and pop businesses, small owner businesses, just rely on. And so, Indigenous, you are crazy right. And Rybeats, yes, always chunk the business cards.
This is true. So the other thing, I just didn't. Sorry, Shannon, I wasn't trying to interrupt you or anything. Because I know we've talked about word of mouth before quite a bit, and one of the other things I want to talk about, which I would like for us to do here again and give it another whirl at it, is AdWords, and have had quite a bit of success with AdWords. The thing about AdWords though is you're ranking in the search, so you got to figure out your search terms, do some research, find out what people are. Yeah, sure. What, Shannon?
I have a question. AdWords. Is that what makes it like appear in a little green box at the top?
Yeah, on Google.
I sail right through those. I go nope.
Right. However, there are a lot of people that do. Even myself, I'll click on some of those. I've actually just researching ourselves and live screen printing, because we're gonna do some live screen printing here in May, and because we've been posting these blogs that are about essentially the videos that we're recording here, the Shop Talk Live. Someone came to us and like, you know, you're the only people in Houston that do live screen printing. And I'm thinking to myself, that can't be. But we happen to the rank because of posting these blogs about doing Shop Talk Live. And that's something else. That's like another project, another page that we're going to do and get into doing some live screen printing.
We have a job lined up for it.
Yeah, we do, which is awesome. So AdWords, I have found has worked pretty well. And you can start with a pretty minimal budget of $5 and see how that works out. But there were quite a bit of clients that I had got through using AdWords, and I was selling t-shirts to people all over the place. Now I did have this sale going on that was what I call the 1-in-1 offer, which was just white t-shirts, one color print, one location, for a pretty low price, because everyone knows doing white shirts, you can crank those out pretty quickly. Setting up a one color job is really easy to set up, and so it really was a matter of just kicking out like a really good price at different price points. And we still have that on our website, but I had it at a pretty low price initially starting out. The first order that I got was for 1,000 shirts. So I was advertising it for like $1.95 per t-shirt. and that was at 1,000 t-shirts. However, at the time that I did that, I was able to get blank Gildan 5,000 t-shirts for like $1.14, and I was able to crank those 1,000 shirts out pretty quickly. So I had some really good success even with that campaign. The 1-in-1 offer, it would lure people in. They would say, hey, we don't necessarily want white t-shirts, and we don't want just a one color print, but we want 100 long sleeve shirts with a 4-color print on the front and a 1-color print on the back. We see your prices are really good. Then that's when you just kind of reel them in and do your sales pitch, or just kind of sell them on what it is they're after. Because if they start inquiring, they don't want to go to a whole bunch of different places. I mean, there's people that will go to 3 or 4 different places, see what the prices are, and depending on what their strategy, how they choose the person that they go with, whether it's price, or if there's someone in between, or if they feel like the person that's charging the most is going to do the best job. It did bring in quite a bit of work, and I think I was offering like free shipping and all that stuff. So that would be something cool worth revisiting and see what our return on the investment on that. Because like one of the things that I don't think we got to is the web.com people were trying to pitch us on $800 a month, an aggressive AdWords campaign that's going to bring you a lot of money or a lot of sales. And I do know that AdWords, from my personal experience, has done quite well. So we should give that a whirl again. And then I hear Instagram. It seems these days, like with Facebook, never really got a whole lot of, there's inquiries on Facebook, but seem to be more. Anytime you post something on Instagram, you're immediately just getting likes and responses and all that. Facebook is just kind of like, people have to know about you, and they're not going to find out about you unless you're advertising. Like the whole hashtag thing with Instagram is, I think, is really great. Wouldn't you agree, Shannon?
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, the Instagram, we've gotten more responses from, I don't know. I feel like we get more leads from Facebook. We've only gotten a handful from Instagram, but some of the
more leads from Facebook.
I thought so. You're the one. I don't know. You're the one that handles Facebook.
Nah.
I don't touch it. And but some of the Instagram stuff was like, we've gotten a clothing line from it. That 1,000 shirt order was from it.
From Facebook?
No, Instagram.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
And so I don't know. I don't touch the Instagram anymore.
You should.
Well,
you should touch the Instagram.
I don't touch your phone anymore.
That's because you got your own phone now. You're
no,
totally
it's
cool.
because I got yelled at for touching your phone.
You didn't get yelled at for touching my phone. It's like, it was always gone. I was like, dude, where's my phone at?
It was me marketing.
Yeah, well, now you got your own phone. We can put the app on there.
Yeah, but I don't have the camera like abilities that yours has.
Sure, you just take a picture.
No, you know the difference. Anyways, hi Liberty.
That's Shannon getting out of marketing. Oh, Matt's gotta do it.
No.
I'm just messing with you. Don't cry. Don't weep, Shannon. Don't weep.
I'm not a maiden. I don't weep.
No weeping.
Okay, so Levite, stop it. Levite Apparel. He says, you're the man. He helped out a lot. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Thanks for watching the videos. Thanks for Apollo, man.
He's trying to eat my foot.
So he's saying that Yelp is a good place to do ads. That was one of the things we had considered, but we kind of spent our budget. We really don't put a budget aside for advertising because every strategy that we've put forth, marketing online, like with the website, doing search engine optimization on our own, and then social media and YouTube as well, has helped quite a bit. So Yelp is definitely something we want to get into. The thing about Yelp though is we've had people go on Yelp and leave reviews that just disappear. And
all the good ones.
Yeah, I got a hold of Yelp and asked them why that was, and they sent me a video. And that video was basically people that use Yelp, the reviews that are going to stick are people that are constantly on Yelp and are giving reviews. Therefore, they kind of make it out as this is a reliable review versus the person that puts a Yelp review up every once in a while. Or if you're going to someone and saying, hey, put a review up just so I have more reviews, and they're smart to that and they remove those. However, the people that have put reviews up have been clients of ours that have had a positive, they've had a good experience with us, and they're like, I'm gonna go on Facebook, Yelp, and Instagram or wherever and leave you a review. And Yelp has just been kicking those to the side. So there's like one negative review from back in the day, like 2016, that just sticks on one of them.
It's the only one that still shows up.
I think it is. And at that time I was moving because I had a whole lot of personal things going on. I did get the guy's order taken care of. He never came and picked it up, but then ended up moving to the other side of town. He just bombarded everything with a bad review. It wasn't just Yelp, it was Google, it was all over the place, Facebook. So unfortunately you get that, but the problem is with Yelp, just it's there and no other people have been leaving reviews, and it's just keeping that one for whatever reason. Ugh.
We finally have a screen printing question.
All right, so I think we've kind of gone through our experiences with a lot of these paid ads and what we've kind of gone through. There's still more that I would like to do as far as testing some of that out. Facebook, not so much, but we'll report back once we do more and let you know how it's gone and what's worked for us. So what is that question, Shannon?
Okay, first off, hi Tim. He printed out some CMYK separations, and the yellow halftones are a lighter gray than the magenta, black, and cyan halftones. Is that normal?
Okay, so if the actual print, like the halftones itself, say for instance, the amount of ink that it's putting down, all of your film should be opaque. You shouldn't really be able to see any light through the film. Seeing a little is fine. And when I say a little, you could hold it up to, like if you were just to print a big square and hold it up to the sun and look at it, it should block it out, but you see that's the sun is there. Although I don't recommend trying to look at the sun with your film. That's just an example. Maybe the overhead lights in your wherever your shop is at.
Don't recommend looking at the sun.
Try looking through your film at the light and seeing if it's blocking it out. My question would be, do you have a RIP software that's producing these halftones, or are you doing it manually and then printing it out? I would say try printing that yellow again if you're using RIP software. And then are the half? It depends on what your. Let's say everything's set right. You're able to print just dense films, and you do have a RIP software, but the yellow is coming out lighter. I would try perhaps clearing out your color profiles in Photoshop or Illustrator, Corel, whatever you're using to do your separations. Just getting rid of those profiles and then starting over fresh, because it sounds like something is
he uses
skewing it.
Ultra Seps to separate, and then
Ultra
printed
Seps, okay.
through Accurate.
Okay.
From Illustrator CS6.
I would try just going to your settings and then just get rid of whatever color profiles you have, because it might be something up with your color profile where it's making it pull back that yellow, or maybe the job itself just calls for that amount of yellow. Go to bring it in Photoshop, or I would say bring it into Photoshop. Take your mouse and scroll over it. Bring up your info and look at what it's reading out in the yellow. Go over to your channels as well and see what the readout on that. I mean, it very well might be the case. Now, if you're doing something where you have a really bright green or red, and the yellow's not where it should be. Hey, dude.
He wants something underneath the face.
Oh yeah, he's clipping the microphone. But give that a shot. See if that helps, because it's kind of hard to troubleshoot those things through. I'm trying to help as the best I can, but there's a lot of little things that you can kind of look at. Those are some of the things off the top of my head that I would start looking into first.
Tim says thank you. That's about it.
You're welcome, Tim. Hopefully that helps, because just try some of those things out and see where that gets you. So, any other questions? Because it is
nope,
8
that's about it.
02.
It's been pretty quiet today.
Okay, so from Illustrator CS6.
That's what I said.
Okay. Well, okay, yeah. Well, putting my eyes on it's a little different than hearing it out. Just kind of visualizing what programs he's using, and then just kind of figuring out what it is I would do to kind of get things right. But yeah, give that a try. Get rid of those color profiles and start over maybe.
All right, so I think we're ready to wrap this up, guys.
And Shannon, she done figured out what her clever little thing is going to be. No? Am I putting you on the spot?
No, I was just... Yes, I finished. I figured something out.
No, okay, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, guys, we really are serious about the subscription thing, so if you guys have any comments or commentary about what you want to see, what you think would be good to include, like buttons or candy, or just the shirt, or handwritten notes or autographs from the shop gnome, whatever, just let us know in the comments what you want to see in a subscription box that you'd be willing to pay for.
Yeah, aside from a t-shirt inside of a bag.
Aside from a t-shirt, yes. So that's all I really wanted to finish up with. I guess I'm done. You done? Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys. Well, it's been a lot of fun. I hope y'all learned a little something, and let us know in the comments what some of your experiences have been, because these are just experiences that we've had, and hearing your experiences, what's worked, what hasn't worked, is also helpful to us, because we're constantly learning, and we don't know everything, so we enjoy learning as well. So let us know down in the comments, and Shannon's gonna lead us out with something just epic and amazing.
Why do you gotta set me up like that?
Give it up for Shannon. All right.
Okay.
Welcome Shannon to the stage. Let me turn the camera over to Shannon. Let me turn it over to Shannon. There's all your sales material on the floor. You can see Apollo's kicked your work stuff all over the place. You can go ahead. It's no longer on you.
Okay. You were gonna show Apollo with his ears?
Oh yeah, I'll show. Come here, Apollo. Come here. Yeah. Last thing before she does end up doing her.
Would you stop petting it?
Before she ends up doing her little bit. Come here, Apollo. God, you're so jumpy, dude. Apollo's finally got his ear wrappings off. I don't know if he's gonna make his ears stand up because he's just being silly. There he goes. There he is. He's starting to look like a Doberman finally. What's this? What's that? And he's getting pretty ginormous. So, okay, Shannon's going to kick this off.
Okay, so no fun facts tonight. I just found a dad joke I like.
Do it, dad joke it.
How many?
Joke it.
I will if you stop talking.
He can't even spit his feet
never mind.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Shannon. I'm not trying to steal your thunder. Go for it.
Okay, so how many apples grow on a tree? All of them. I think that's hilarious.
What?
How many apples grow on a tree? All of them.
Ah! Well, I don't get. All right, everybody, we're gonna get out of here. It is getting late. I'm hungry. We're gonna eat some delicious leftover barbecue. So
that's mine.
We'll see you guys next time. Oh no, I'm digging into that barbecue. You better believe it. Apollo, let me drive OBS over here. Stop, dude. All right, guys, we're out of here.
Shut up, Jason.